chocolate truffle using a PVC plumbing pipe. Super easy to do. Takes only a few minutes. You're gonna love it. Remember, if you like the video, subscribe. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to ring the bell. Okay, let me show you how easy it is to make that dessert. The cool part of it is you can make it way ahead of a dinner party, and you can keep it in the freezer. All you have to do is take it out at room temperature for 2 or 3 hours before you're ready to eat it. First thing we're going to do is we're going to make a crust. And we make a crust with PVC pipe. Those are called pipe couplers. You get those at Home Depot. They're 2-inch pipe couplers. They're already cut for you. They're used to tie pipe together. Just make sure you buy them for new remodeling, not new construction. Because the new construction's got a ring in the middle. So it would stop it, and you don't want it. You want nothing in the middle. All right? So what we're going to do, we're going to make a crust with nuts. And then we're going to put a chocolate ganache flavored with some oranges and Kahlua, and I'm going to show you how to make it. It's so simple. This is the dessert that everybody can do. Okay, come on. That's the only thing you really need is a food processor, and I got nuts. Today I got almonds, I got walnuts, and I got pecans. You can use whatever nuts you want. It doesn't matter. You know, I keep my nuts in the freezer. They stay fresher. I highly recommend you do that. You may want to check with your wife first to make sure she doesn't mind the freezer space. So a little bit of sugar, and then we're going to process those nuts. And if you process, well, that's noisy. If you process, let me say it quietly. If you process nuts long enough, they're going to release their natural oil. And they're going to stick together like wet sand. That's what I'm looking for. I don't want it to be, you know, if you make a cheesecake crust, that's how you do it. You don't need to add batter. All you need to do is release the natural oil. And you'll see, and I put a little sugar in there. So we have a nice sweet nut. All right? It's really simple. And you want it to where it sticks together a little bit better than this. You see, it's not really sticking enough. So we're going to do it. You got to be careful, though. This is not the kind of project you can say, oh, let me get going. Let me go shopping. No. You got to stay with it, folks. Let's see. Let's see what we got. You see? That's what I'm looking for. All right? And you see, I didn't put any butter. You don't need to put butter on it. I mean, believe me, I'll be the first one to put butter if I have to. No, not if I have to. I like to put butter. Okay, I love butter. So let me just do it first. Okay, now let me explain what I'm going to do here, friends. I am going to take a spoon, and those PVC pipe, I put them on a seal pad just because it looks clean, but you don't need to put it on a seal pad. A piece of parchment paper would be good enough. You can put them directly on your cookie sheet, but I don't like my food to touch aluminum. Let me remove this machine out of the way. I sprayed them with a non-stick spray, just lightly, very lightly. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put about a heavy spoon of my grounded nuts right there, you see? I'm going to try not to move the mold too much. I'll show you in a minute. Right? This is very cool. It's so simple to make, I'll tell you. You know, I don't know if you notice it, but cooking is so easy to learn. Let me tell you. So look, just make sure they spread out evenly. And then, another tool. This is a canola oil spray from Trader Joe. It fits perfect because it doesn't have rounded edge anymore. And I just take it and look. I smash my nuts right there. Look. You see? And I don't know if you can see on the inside right there, folks. So each one of my mold now has a beautiful crust in the bottom. All right? Now we're going to make the chocolate ganache. Let me push this right over here. Chocolate ganache. What's a chocolate ganache? It's very simple. It's beautiful chocolate that is melted with heavy whipping cream. And then you can flavor it with whatever you want. Today I'm going to flavor it with orange and with Kahlua. But first I'm going to melt my chocolate. You do not want to melt your chocolate. You don't want to put the booze before you melt the chocolate. The chocolate is quite temperamental, okay? Especially if you have a good chocolate. This is a 64% French chocolate. 64%, it's called Noël. It's a fabulous chocolate. And you can find it in good shops. Just remember, when you buy chocolate, you want to buy a chocolate that has at least 50% of cocoa butter. Okay? So this was 64%. That means it's about 36% sugar, which is enough for this dessert. I don't need it to be too sweet. 36% sugar is enough. So what we're going to do now, we're going to melt the chocolate with heavy whipping cream. I got heavy whipping cream right here. And what I'm going to do now, the only thing I'm going to do now, I'm just going to melt my chocolates. You see? I'm going to melt my chocolate until it's liquid enough. Then I can pour it in my mold. Make sure your cream is really hot when you do this, because otherwise the chocolate is not going to melt. You see? All right. Now, if you end up putting too much cream and your chocolates is, and your mixture is too liquid because you put too much cream, you have to put in more chocolate. But you can't put the chocolate now, because if you put the chocolate now, the chocolates, the cream is not hot enough to melt the chocolate. You see, you just cool the cream right there, so you would have to melt a little bit of chocolate in your microwave first. It doesn't hurt to melt the chocolate in the microwave as long as you do it a few seconds at a time. Okay? So right there we're melting. It's pretty simple, as you can see. Right? Really, really, really simple formula right there that we're using. We're melting the chocolates. And then in a minute, we're going to add Kahlua. You could add Grand Marnier. You could also add orange zest, which we're going to do right now. We're going to put a little Kahlua. Just a little bit now. I don't want to put too much, just a little bit. I don't want to make him drunk. I just want to make him happy. And then what we're going to do, friends, we're going to refrigerate this until it has an internal temperature about 60 degrees. And then we're going to take them out of the molds. And then we're going to decorate them. It's pretty cool, eh? See how simple that is? Right there. See? Now it's nice. It's got a nice consistency. It's liquid enough so I can pour it in my mold. And it's not too liquid, then it will not solidify again when it gets the right temperature. Now we're going to put a little bit of the orange zest. Remember, this is the microplane grater, and everybody uses this tool the wrong way. I see so many people that just don't use it correctly. They take the orange or the lemon or the lime and they go like this on top of it. That's not how you do it. If you do it this way, I mean, you can do it this way one time, right? And now where do you go? You aim to make sure you don't do so. It's not how you do it. You go like this. And if you notice, right here, I go on top of it. And by going on top of it, I can go much faster because I know where I'm going. And then I don't have to go to the same place twice. You don't want to go to the same place twice, but you see so many ding-dongs that use it the wrong way. It's amazing to me. And people don't know how to use this tool. It's such a fabulous tool. And look. All right? Just a little bit of orange zest. You could also add some cocoa nibs if you have cocoa nibs in there. That would be really, 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 really nice. You see? And all we have to do now is we have to pour this into the mold and we just prepare. You see? I mean, this is so simple to do. You just don't want to waste anything like right there, right? There you go. I want to fill them up about halfway, okay? Because the rest of the halfway is going to be a Bailey's whipped cream that I'm going to put on top of it, you see? About halfway. I'm putting about 3/4 of the way, but I'm telling you halfway. These guys got cheated right there. So here we go. I think we're good right there, friends. You see? Look. All right. So that was about 3/4 of the way, right? That's okay. It'll be extra chocolate. All right. So now, friends, just bang them a little bit. Put them in the refrigerator, however long it takes it for them to get to 60-degree internal temperature, and then we're going to take them out of the mold. I'm going to show you how to do it. It's very simple. Okay, I'm going to take it out of the fridge. It should be about 55, 60-degree max internal temperature. So you take one of those digital thermometers and you check it. And it is 58 degrees. So that works out just great. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to take that can again, that fancy canola spray oil from Trader Joe, and I'm going to take my dessert out, and look how cool that is, okay? You ready for that, folks? You watch, look how cool that is. You take it and voila. How cool is that? We got a crust right there. All right. Now I put a few dots of mixed berry coulis, and I made that mixed berry coulis in one of the videos. I used Grand Marnier and frozen berries to make it. It's really cool. I got some fresh raspberries in there. We're going to take a little bit of whipped cream, just put a touch of whipped cream on top of it, just very, very, very simple. Just a little thing of whipped cream right there. They got the beautiful raspberry in there. Just put one raspberries. Just one raspberry in there. It's all we really need. Pretty simple dessert. Big plate for a very simple dessert. You can put a few raspberries in there if you want to, but I'm not so sure I like them. So I'm just leaving it like that. Just plain and simple. A big plate for a big frame around an amazing dessert. Remember, it has to be at room temperature when you serve it. So I finished it there to show you what it looks like it, but you shouldn't be serving it right now. It's too cold. This has to be taken out of the fridge and left at room temperature for 2 hours before you can serve it. If you serve it right now, it'll be way too cold. It has to be at room temperature, 75, 80 degrees, depends on how hot your room is. It has to be like melting in your mouth. It cannot be hard, because hard chocolate doesn't taste like anything. Remember, this good chocolate has a lot of fat in it. Like this one has 64% fat in it. So if it's cold, it's congealed. If it's congealed, it doesn't taste like anything. So it has to be at room temperature before you serve. You can take them out of the mold when they're cold. You have to take them out of the mold when they're cold. That's easier. But then leave them at room temperature in the platter, in a plate, wherever you want it, and then serve them gently into a plate like this. Okay?